Hi, I've missed you. I've missed you a lot, actually. What's it been? 2.5 years? About-ish? It's been a long time. A lot's changed. A lot also hasn't changed. Same apartment, same setup, same-ish life. But we're not going to recap all that in this video. I don't really know what we're going to talk about. That's new. To sit here, not have a plan, just kind of want to chat. I have had the pull to bring this camera out. I've wanted to make a video like this for a long time, and I just never did. Like a lot of things that come to me that I can never tell if they're distractions or if they're things that I'm legitimately supposed to do that I am just dragging my feet on for no good reason. Really hard for me to ascertain the difference between those two feelings in my body. That's not new. That's very familiar, actually. I hope you're well. I don't even know who's going to watch this video anymore. I don't know if this video is going to pop up because he's going to be like, woo, party. She hasn't been here in 3 years. Let's go. You still subscribe to her. Or if it's going to be like crickets. And like I said, I already have no idea what I'm going to talk about. That's new to not have an agenda and try to be okay with it. I just really don't have the mental energy to draft up this thing that's perfect and that has this beautiful storytelling arc to it. To be honest with you, it's not that I don't have like the mental energy. It's just that like I'm really confused right now. I'm in a very confused state of my life. Feel like a lot is flipping upside down, turning inside out, and I'm just processing a lot of emotions and a lot of things right now that, to be honest with you, I haven't thought about in 3-4 years, longer. I don't know if this is grief, if this is depression, if this is just, life kind of coming back around in its typical boomerang way. I think like I'm through things or over things, and then they come back. I can't tell if they're coming back because I'm doing new things in my life and I have new wonderful things in my life that are bringing all of these things back up. I don't know. And so I can't really have a, beautiful storytelling arc or an agenda or a discussion point of like, here are my top points that I know for a fact that I want to hit, because I don't even know what the point of this is. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this, let alone post this. So we'll see, I guess. There is one clear thread that I've been tugging on recently, or that's been tugging on me. And it's the very complicated and tenuous relationship that I have with passion. Because, well, this is something that's kind of new and old, but still working on my book. Finished draft 1 on December 16th, 2023. So a year and 10 days ago, because I'm recording this the day after Christmas. Yeah, I finished the first draft, did draft 1 line edits, going through those now, and it's just like a drag. It's, I think, the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life, and it's getting boring, and I'm getting uncomfortable showing up to the book. It's like filling me with dread. It's just, I could have a full open weekend ahead of me, and all I need to do is work on that thing for a few hours at my leisure, whenever I want, in whatever chunks of time that I want, and just knowing that I have to do that is weighing on me. It feels like a big anchor, and that's no bueno. So I've given myself the last week off. What I've been doing in that time is trying to kind of rebalance the fun that I have and the way that I approach my time and my schedule, and it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Last weekend, I woke up, leapt out of bed, went to the coffee shop. I just read, and I just journaled, and I let my brain be distracted, and I listened to music. I did cry because I found out something that really bummed me out, which we're not going to get into right now, but I did that. Not needing to do that at any point during the day had been just very mentally freeing for me. I think not having any obligations has been something that my psyche really needs right now. So I just had a lot of fun. Did a lot of spontaneous things. I went hiking. I did all these things that I know that I like to do, and I've been trying to do recently, but just they've all needed to be scheduled. So maybe this is my reflections on the tenuous relationship that I have with passion and spontaneity, because I only want to do things if I'm really passionate about them, which means that when my drive is down or low for prolonged periods of time, not like, a day or a week or a month, because I've proven to myself time and time again that I can slug it out, that I can still show up, that I can still edit, that I can still go to the gym, that I can still do like all of these things that I know I should be doing. I know on some level I want to be doing. No, but like when it feels like it's been a slog for months and I just have to like drive it in, discipline myself, show up anyway. Oh God, like it's just the dread is so intense and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do things if I'm not going to be like excited about them. And that's a problem for sure, for a number of reasons. Because, well, for one, people talk about all the time discipline versus motivation. You can't just do something when you're passionate about it, because as soon as the passion goes away, you're going to want to stop working on the thing. And like, I get that. I really, really do. However, there's this caveat to my soul, I guess, which is that I'm a passion-driven person. The things that make me so excited about the human experience, the lived experience, waking up every day and doing things, is the feeling of freedom that comes with being definitionally unencumbered. It comes with not having plans, not having an agenda, having ideas, having selfish ideas, because a lot of these things are just like, I want to wake up, I want to make my coffee, I want to go for a drive, I want to journal, I want to scratch that. We're like 3 hours into the day. Everything that I thought I wanted to do when I had that idea in bed this morning, that's gone. Throw that piece of paper out in the garbage and light it on fire, because like we're not doing that anymore. We're actually going to go to the beach, or we're going to go thrifting, or we're going to go to the mall, because like, we don't want to bother sifting through clothes. We just want what we want. And if it's not there, that's cool. And then, maybe we'll cook, or maybe we'll go to the grocery store and like buy all these ingredients and realize, scratch that. I don't want to do that. I actually like want to pick up takeout. So, that feeling of just like tripping through the day, following my impulses, that makes my lived experience feel full and rich and beautiful. The problem, though, with that is, how do you consistently build something that's really important and valuable and progressing if every day you're just waking up and you're like, don't really feel like it? So every day that I think of in my life, like the times that now, in this state of like grief and depression, if that's what it is, and like confusion and brain fog, is when I look back on the times that I've been the most excited about anything. There are times that I didn't know what I was going to do. And there are times that I really purely let my day be feelings driven. Whatever I felt, I followed. Whatever I didn't want to feel, I shied away from. I'm hearing a lot from people who know me really well and know that I've got all these big ideas for what I want to do with my life and like what I am doing with my life, but I'm very project oriented. I'm very focused on the future, focused on the big picture, focused on doing things, building things, creating things, whether they're like actual physical tangible things or systems and, more esoteric things like quality of the friendships in my life and that, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm very focused on the future, focused on building, focused on creating. But fun doesn't really exist in that structure. Fun, for me at least, is very unstructured. It's letting the inner child roam and be like, what do you want to do today, sis? Like, what's up? And then just chasing that. And in this state that I'm in, where I'm trying to kind of recalibrate the balance that I have, because I have not been balanced. I've been very focused on doing everything right and pushing everything forward. And like, if I slow down, that is no bueno. Whatever element in my brain would be like creating fun completely shuts down. And the only way that I can feel like I'm really having fun is if I don't have an agenda. And so I don't know how to effectively and appropriately hold, because I really struggle with the word balance. I'll say hold this aspect of my life, which is very like finish the book, prep for your half marathon in April, keep working on the relationship you have with your body, like all this stuff, with this, which is let's just scrap everything, throw the drawing board out, and like go for a run, go for a walk, go cook. Like the completely spontaneous, free, like book a random plane ticket and just go somewhere. And when I honor this girl and this version of myself, there's this like shadow in the corner, which is feeling like, every time you just book that random plane ticket or like go fuck off for the day, you're literally like letting her down. And so it's a lot easier for me to avoid her. But then I get where I'm at, I think today, a little bit. I'm not saying that this is all of it, but where I just haven't had fun. And I've definitely disconnected from the girl who needs that, because I'm like, we don't have time for her. Like, we're trying to do things and like you're getting in the way. But then I've kind of turned a little bit into a robot, and I'm not feeling my day at all. I'm not feeling my way through my day at all. I'm just like, I actually don't give a fuck what I feel, because I'm gonna wake up at 4:45. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna go for my run. And we're gonna do that every day. And we're gonna balance that with a relationship, which is apparently easy, but like such a mind-boggling addition, because there's this person that I have to care for. And that feels like a very heavy thing. It feels like an obligation to do my best and to put my best foot forward. And so they're very antagonistic. And that's the problem with me, because I'm very extreme. And I'm very like this or that, no in between, like gray area, really hard for me to live in still, always been the case. It's just like we're either having fun to the extreme and we feel totally free and unencumbered and reckless, or, we're doing everything by the book, and we're doing the book, and we're doing all these things. Same thing with like a relationship. It's like every ounce of time I give to you, I feel it pull from the time that I can give to myself. And so I'm like, great. Like I feel good for a second, because like now I'm being a good girlfriend. But then, my ego's like, well, fuck you for like ruining our life. And like, the ability to just like wake up and do whenever we want. And also like so mad at myself that I can't just like I won't give myself the authority to live that way. It's like I'm putting myself in the prison. I'm putting myself in the boxes. It's just like there's just a lot of war right now. There's been a lot of war actually that I have been ignoring. Super against my better judgment. I know better than that. I know better than to like not journal for a year or meditate or check in. And I know better than to ignore the symptoms and the signs of we need help. But I did. And then I just beat myself into submission a little bit. And I kind of went numb a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out how to not be numb. And I don't know if I'm trying to figure out how to feel at all, but I think I have to. This is where I'm getting murky, because I don't really know what's going on. And I don't really know what my goals are. I just know that the universe has kind of grinded me to a halt, because I had a conversation with my friend a couple months ago at this point, which is crazy because I really thought it was 3 weeks ago, and it's been 2 months, and, you know, that's totally indicative of a different type and level of problem. But I was kind of chatting with him, and I was like, yeah, you know, just like doing all this stuff, and like it's not feeling great, but I guess that just is what it is, you know. I have this really full, I hate my hair, dude. What is going on? Sorry. And I can't see it because the stupid filter is like ruining my ability to see it, but it's just like driving me nuts or whatever. My life's really full, and I'm in this great relationship, and like my job's fine, and like, you know, I'm making progress in the gym, and like I'm running a lot, and like I'm working on the book, like just slogging it out. Like, guess that's just what it means to be an adult, you know, have this full life, and like it's hard and it's tiresome, and like I don't really feel like happy, but you know, this is just being an adult, I guess. And he just straight up was like, this is not what it's like to be an adult. You're depressed. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I've spent the last 2 months actually really kind of like breaking down and breaking myself apart and being like, well, what's going on? Why is everything on paper so perfect, and yet we're not feeling perfect? We're actually feeling like far from perfect. We're feeling tense and challenged and exhausted, and like we need to be alone and reclusive and curmudgeon-like, and I can't get enough time by myself. Didn't really think I was going to go there, but that's where I'm at. So I texted my lovely therapist that I had for like 2 years, and I was like, hey girl, how's it going? Gonna need to see you soon. Hope that's cool. I will be restarting therapy in January with my new problems integrating with some of my old problems that are coming back up, and I'm trying to be okay with that. I've been feeling really detached from my life and from the girl who I fucking loved that lived like 2 years ago. Like the girl who honored fun, but somehow seemingly kind of effortlessly could balance her fun with the building and just had time for everything and energy for everything and chased joy and excitement and felt for sure not put together and not balanced in some ways, but also was super nourished and happy. And I miss her a lot. I've caught myself a lot the last 6-9 months or so. Honestly, almost a year. Missing her. Thinking about the past in this like super nostalgic, challenged way of like, where'd that girl go? Yeah, dude, I miss that girl like a lot. And I feel guilty for missing her because, like, you know, my life's pretty good right now. I have all this wonderful stuff going on right now that, like, wonderful people in my life right now that I don't want to say I'm, like, taking them for granted, but, like, really struggling to see how good they are because I feel so shitty about not feeling exceptional. That there's just, like, a lot of guilt and a lot of grief and a lot of, like, old loss, like, archaic loss, like, things that I thought I got over so long ago that are coming back, that I'm starting to miss, and that are pulling on me, and I'm like, come on, just, like, why doesn't the past stay in the past? Like, why am I literally wearing the past right now? Yeah, but I'm trying to figure it out. I'm, like, good. You know, my friends love when I make this joke because I'm like, but you know, like, I'm feeling depressed and down, but like, I'm good. Everything's fine. Like, we're good. Like, really, everything's fine. It's just not. And they're like, yeah, for sure. You're doing great. And I'm like, yeah, just like, don't worry about me, please. Because I'm like, fine. It's just, I'm not feeling happy or like energized and like excited about being alive. But I'm good. No, but I legitimately am good. They just think it's so funny. They're like, you're great. For sure, yeah. I've been like really stoked to make another YouTube video just because like I just felt like I needed to sit in front of a camera and talk about my feelings and like what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through and how life feels right now. And you know, immediately my next thought is like, well, maybe I should make YouTube videos again. And then I'm like, but I have to write this book. Like, where am I going to have time to do all of that? And then I'm like, I want to put the book away, but I can't. And I know that I'm like, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'd be so over making videos. And then I'd be like, I don't like doing this anymore. Elizabeth Gilbert, I was listening to a podcast with her. She was on the Tim Ferriss show a couple weeks ago. He asked her, he was like, how do you deal with like competing priorities? Like when you're writing a story and you feel this pull to like go work on something else, do you listen to that? Do you not listen to that? And she was like, no. But when people tell me that they're struggling with that and they're in the middle of writing a book and they feel like they need to scrap it or work on something else, or this new story that just came to them that's so sexy and beautiful is better, I tell them, if you have a track record of finishing things in your life, then you can go for it. But if you've never finished something in your life, you have no business restarting. And I was like, okay, that's a read. Because I don't really have a track record of finishing things. I have a track record of following passion, which is so fun and so exciting, but like a mirage, because passion comes and goes and it's not steady and it's not stable and it's not sustainable. This is like one of the worst videos I've ever made. It's not perfect and polished. I have no idea what I'm going to say. Or like, if this was worth it. I hate being negative. I hate coming across as like not put together. And this right here was all those things. But it is the truth. Despite the challenges of what's going on, that is one thing that has stayed very solid and very steady for the last like 4 years. And it's my commitment to exposing and sharing the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it makes me. This has been fun. Don't know when I'll see you again. But hang in there. And I love you. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I hope you're having a beautiful life. And, that's it for me, I guess. Still don't know if I'm going to post this. Really hope I don't see my hair in the stupid editing. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this. I don't have Premiere Pro anymore. I've just given myself another passion project, haven't I? What am I going to do about that? I guess we'll see. Bye.